Well, hey y'all, welcome to a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday on Uncle Bub's Bell Buckle Beer Reviews. Alright y'all, so it's gotten cold outside. And it's just cold, man. I ain't gonna do them outside for a while. And until it gets up in at least the 60s, I'm not gonna do them outside. It's just too dadgum cold. Alright, but what I've got for you today on a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday is something I picked up down there at the World Market. Never heard of this brew, but it's a Michael Waltrip Brewing Company 2-time blonde ale. And I just picked it up because it's something I'd never heard of. But this is actually brewed and packaged for Michael Waltrip Brewing Company by Straight to Ale Brands in Huntsville, Alabama. Now, I'm not into NASCAR or racing. I just don't care that much about it. I'm a football guy, especially college football. That's my thing. I watch a little bit of pro, following some of the guys that have graduated college and moved to the pros, but college football is my thing. That's about the only sport I really get into. But anyway, I went to the website, to kind of check up on it, because Waltrip is a racing name, and that's I'm familiar with that. So I figured it had something to do with racing. Well, I went to the website, and it was just really, really vague. They're working on a new website, so there's not a whole lot up there. But anyway, Michael Waltrip is a NASCAR driver, and I think they started in 2018 or 2019. Him and a couple of his buddies started this Michael Waltrip Brewing Company. All right, so this particular brew, it says, at Michael Waltrip Brewing Company, we're introducing beer drinkers to an easy-to-drink, approachable beer filled with the quality ingredients and craftsmanship that simply makes it better. All right, this is a 4.9% alcohol by volume, and I'm looking forward to trying it here. I'm sitting here in my bedroom, got my beer wall behind me, some crud on the top of it there. Let's see what we got here. 2-time blonde ale. Ooh. Boy, I just stopped it just in time. Look at look at that. It's a beautiful blonde ale. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. That is a beautiful blonde ale. It's all head right now. Not really getting a whole lot of aroma off the head. Oh, but it tastes good. It reminds me, this is, okay, so it's going to sound weird. Alright, so typically your domestic beers don't have a lot of flavor in their head. Alright, so when I first take a sip of this, it reminds me of just your typical domestic beer, but it has a sweetness to it. It has a little bit of a sweetness to it, and then it has a bitter finish as well. So that's kind of a little bit strange. Off all in there. It's good. Dadgum. Like I said, your domestic beers, you don't really have flavor in them. But of course, this is not a domestic beer. I guess you consider this a craft beer. 2-time blonde ale. But that head's delicious. Got a little bit of haze to it. Just a little bit. See there? That works out well. Have that white wall right there. You can just hold it there and you can see how the beer looks. It's pretty gold, pretty blonde. And then like a pretty blonde, my wife's a pretty blonde. can see that or not. I'll back that thing up a little bit. I'm kind of in cramped quarters here, y'all. So yeah, that's got a nice 3-finger head on it. It's good. A little bit of a lacing happening around the top of the glass there. So this two-time blonde ale from the Michael Waltrip Brewing Company out of Bristol, Virginia. That's where they have they have a tap room there in Bristol, Virginia. But this is actually brewed and canned in Huntsville, Alabama. This particular brew is. Anyway, this two-time blonde ale is for all American workers. Hey, I love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for working hard to provide for yourselves and your families, pay your own way, and support our economy. Cheers, brothers and sisters. Man, that's good. That is good. It does not taste like your typical domestic beer. It has a oh man, it's not really a sweetness. I could detect a little bit of a sweetness, not a sugary sweet, but just a bit what I call a beer sweetness when I first took a sip of the head. The body has something similar, but it's not a sugary sweet. It's I don't know how to describe it, y'all. It's just dadgum good. Let me put it that way. It's got excellent carbonation. It's kind of hard to describe. It's almost like a citrus flavor, almost, without the tartness. It's got a citrus sweetness, I guess you would call it, a citrusy type sweetness without any tartness at all when you first take a sip of it. And just a very, very mild bitterness in the finish. Very, very mild. But just as smooth as silk. Man, I could kill this. This is delicious. This is a really good brew. Like I said, I got it down there to World Market in Murfreesboro. I just got a single can of it. I bought a bunch of singles that day. But let's see, this I give $2 for it. $2 for the can. Kind of wish I had a 6-pack of it. 4.9% alcohol by volume. This stuff's good. It's really good. I'm gonna score it. I'm gonna score it an A because it's just an A beer. It's delicious. It's beautiful. A little bit of haze. Had a nice head. Good. I couldn't get any aroma off the head, but I got a nice flavor out of the head. The beer itself is just, I think it's really good. So I'm going to score this one an A, y'all. If you get a chance to try this two-time blonde ale from Michael Waltrip Brewing, give it a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you're a beer lover like me, I know you won't. All right, y'all. That's been a Wet Your Whistle Wednesday this week. I love and appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow for a Tennessee Thirsty Thursday. I got another brew from WYWW Brewing Company out of Nashville, Tennessee we're going to do tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned. Take care. Cheers, brothers and sisters.